And we're on in 5, 4, 3.
Oh, welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the vodcast. Welcome to the broadcast. Boys and girls, welcome to the show. This is Convincing Idiots. My name's Dean.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Nick. And we are 3 friends representing 3 different generations talking about nerd and pop culture. We are called Convincing Idiots. We are available wherever you like to enjoy podcasts. We can be reached via convincingidiots@gmail.com if you'd like to email us. You can also search us up on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Convincing Idiots. Also, we're on Instagram at Convincing_idiots, on Twitter at Convincing Idiot, singular, and we are also on TikTok at Convincing Idiots. So, Dino, tell me something cool.
What could I... Well, I could tell you a lot of things that are cool.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm going to tell you now...
I want to hear the coolest.
Okay,
yes, that's
the coolest. What is more cool than insurance? I know. Everybody, I know what you're thinking. You're like, wait. This is boring.
It would be, but does everyone who sells you insurance play the guitar?
No. Does anybody else that sells you insurance do the music for Convincing Idiots? No. Well, Aaron Blake
be a cool
does.
one. He's
That's
a cool
right.
one.
And Aaron Blake is the owner and proprietor of Blake Insurance. It's an Erie insurance agency located in Barberton, Ohio, right here at home. They offer auto, home, renters, business, or life insurance. This is above all service. All you have to do is call 234-571-5359 or visit BlakeInsuranceLLC.com. Go there for your free 5-minute quote today. Trust me, he will not do you wrong.
He will not. He might even play the guitar for you.
If you ask him nicely. Actually, even if you ask him meanly, I still think you would.
Go into Aaron Blake's office and tell him you want to hear the Convincing Idiots theme song, and he'll play it for you and give you a quote.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell him we sent you, though, because I don't want to be responsible for that.
That's part of the secret 7-minute quote.
That's right.
He'll play the
2-minute song.
The theme.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. No, that is cool. That is very cool. Brian, tell me something else cool. What's cool with you? What's going on, man? What are you doing, brother?
He's going to talk about his beard again.
It's cool. It's cool.
Freshly oiled, just for you guys.
Is it now? Do you put a scent in there or anything like that? You scented
It is a scented beard oil. I use not a sponsor.
Teakwood.
But, no, it's honest Amish brand that you can find on Amazon. A whole bottle will last you forever. It's like 3 or 4 drops at a time, literally. You just drip it. It's got a nice, manly scent, not overpowering, and it just moisturizes and stops the dander and all. I'll give you a nice plug for the beard oil. But yeah,
does it make
very
it
well?
Is it like softer? Have you noticed?
Yes.
Is it noticeably softer to the touch?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It would do that as well.
It's times like these I'm really upset we can't do this in person because I want to feel it now.
You do that, and the butter as well. Now that's the trick I learned. So you have the oil because you're moisturizing your skin, right? And then the beard butter, that takes the softness to a new level.
Oh,
right. See,
yes, indeed.
I'm always a fan. I'm always a fan of putting my man scent in Brian's beard. It's a good time if you ever done it. Fantastic.
Right. Dean scented oil.
If I need to like trick it up, similar to that. What was that movie with Ben Stiller and the lady had the stuff. Anyways.
Something about Mary.
Something about Mary. Yep. That's right. Very funny scene. Yeah, absolutely.
He does curly cues with it. And it's fantastic.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, maybe we'll do that. So we did talk about doing a live episode soon on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
So
I think
we'll see what
fun.
happens. Yeah. Maybe it'll happen there. I don't know. So we'll just see what goes on.
So we'd sure love to hear from listeners if they would be interested in that. I know a couple have reached out, but maybe if there's somebody else out there that would I'd like to hop on there and say hey or whatever. That
it'd
be open
fun.
to that. Yeah.
I've had a couple of our fans ask, and some offline have asked. So, and by the way, we're sort of talking about that a little bit. Just want to stop for a second and give a couple of shout outs real quick here. So, Matt has been one of our biggest fans since the very beginning.
Cheers, Matt.
Yeah,
thank
cheers
you, sir.
Matt.
he comments on everything. He watches everything. And I have two coworkers out there, Anita and Sarah, who tell me they listen all the time. And Sarah, I just ordered her a official Convincing Idiots trucker hat.
Hey.
It'll be exactly the same.
She's going to have something even Nick won't have.
That's true.
Right.
That's
right.
true.
Mhm.
That is an official piece of merch.
I have one. Brian, do you have one?
Of course.
Brian
Of course.
has one.
Of course.
I have a cool Quebec Nordiques hat
Yes, you do.
that was
Yes,
sent to
You
me
do. That is true.
from an
So,
idiot, from Convincing
She
Idiots.
saw the hats from our dear friends Jeff and Holly. We ordered hats for her.
Mhm.
We were out last Wednesday, Dean, with them. We did trivia, and they wore that. We all wore our hats, and Sarah saw the hat there and wanted her own hat. So thank you, anybody who listens out there on a regular basis. We greatly appreciate it. So
I've got a
Anita,
question.
Sarah, Jeff, Holly, Matt, you the real MVP. Look at that.
Now,
Yes.
Anita and Sarah, have
Mhm.
they told you who their favorite idiot is?
well, I am, of
I'm-
course.
It's probably
Okay, all right.
It's got to be
Of course.
Ryan.
I get
I-
you're my favorite
I ha-
too. Damn it!
I have an advantage because I do work with them, and they have to
And
say
you
that.
and you can
Yeah.
fire them, right? Yeah.
I
And
can't
Amish-
fire them.
And Amish
No.
Can't
Beard
fire
Oil.
them.
He's the only one with
Okay.
that.
That's correct. That's
Yep.
right. Yep.
Yep. That's fair.
All right, so thank you, all our fans out there. We appreciate all of you. Dean did post something earlier to send us questions and comment. You could put
Mhm.
posts or emails. We did get a couple things, so we'll talk about that a little bit later in the episode. I think we're doing it on this one. We'll do it on this one since I just already said
Yeah.
it. So
Might as well. Yep.
okay, so we're going back to superhero battle brackets now. We stepped back and reassessed. We made an executive decision that the volume of brackets that we had going on was going to take us into an estimated 2024. We felt to finish the current brackets with the pace that we're doing it and the size. So Nick, we
An 82,
rearranged.
an 82 hero bracket was just too much.
A little
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Little much.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we reassessed and we restructured. Now all the brackets that's happened so far we kept. Nick, do you mind recapping what's happened so far?
Sure.
And go ahead.
So
Bum,
this
bum,
season,
bum, bum, bum,
this
bum.
season on Convincing Idiots superhero battle bracket,
Mm-hmm.
we saw Iron Man and Wonder Woman square off, Wonder Woman defeating him. Then we saw the epic clash of the Flash and Captain Marvel. The Flash bested her with his speediness, narrowly, but he did. Black Panther and Captain America, also very close, an epic Civil War battle for the ages. Couldn't tell if Dean was frozen or if he was just staring at me while I was drinking.
I was
Captain America won the Civil War. Superman and Martian Manhunter had an out-of-this-world epic cosmic battle.
Mm-hmm.
But Martian Manhunter came out the victor. And a few weeks ago, we saw Vision and Thor
horrible.
put their superpowers head-to-head. And Thor proved that brawn over brain this time. So, Iron Man, Wonder Woman, Flash, Captain America, Martian Manhunter, and Thor are so far our victors. Now,
Which one of these are not like the other?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry.
we have 3 more battles in this first round before these winners start going head-to-head. So this week we will be talking about Scarlet Witch versus Doctor Strange. Should
Our
be very
children are
interesting.
going to take over this podcast by the time we're done with this goddamn bracket.
Absolutely, yes. They'll throw in all the better
they-
superheroes that we forgot to put in.
Well, the comics would have already created more by the time this is over.
That's true.
So they have to add
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. Our winners that are waiting around in the first round are already spawning like other versions of themselves in the
Right.
comic canon to take on the rest of the bracket. So
That's
anyway, Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange is what we're going to be talking about today, fellas. And then going forward, the remaining 2 rounds we have, we're going to have Spider-Man going head-to-head with Wolverine of the X-Men. And then we also have Hulk going against Batman. So that'll be an interesting one. That'll cap off the first round, and then it'll start going a little quicker. These will narrow down and so on and so forth, as brackets tend to do. So, yeah, we kind of overstepped there right off the top. We got a little excited. I think we were pretty focused
big for our
on
britches.
Yeah, we were really focused on representing both Marvel and DC fairly, and we got caught into throwing in other people, and so we did get some good input from people on who to put in. I think a couple that we did use. So we're going forward with that. It is the Sweet 16, although now there's less because some have already lost. But yes, today, Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange. So now seems like a really good time that we on this podcast could use a hero of our own. Dean, wouldn't you agree?
I do agree. Statman! Statman! I think we got off sync there with the music and
It's
Statman.
okay, it doesn't matter. Statman! Numbers, facts, figures.
Beards!
Bam. Bam.
Our soundboard is very sophisticated, right?
That's right.
Yep.
Best in the biz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this was just a random matchup here, and a very intriguing matchup with Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange. So Scarlet Witch, obviously, extra popular now with the WandaVision TV show. If you're any semblance of a nerd out there that has Disney Plus, you know what that show is, and you watched that whole series by now, probably. So a little bit about each. Scarlet Witch, real name Wanda Maximoff. I have the stats over here. Excuse me. So I'm going to look away here as I go through this. Created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Go ahead.
Is Wanda an authentic Russian name? I was wondering that when I was watching an episode a couple weeks ago. And I'm like, her brother's name is Pietro.
Yep.
And her name is Wanda.
Yep.
I find that odd.
I'm not sure. Actually, that's a good question. I'll have to look that one up.
Show me the stats.
Yeah, I did not look that piece up, but we'll check that out.
I got it. If
Go
you
ahead.
want to know.
Yeah.
I got it. Wanda is female given name of a Polish origin.
Oh.
So you're Eastern European deal there. So Poland,
What
and
book did you
Germany,
just look to?
Russia.
Well, you looked off to your left. Like, is there a book on your armchair there that has
Google.
It's one of those flat
That's
books
right.
with no pages.
That's right.
All right. Okay.
And they're
Cool.
flat books.
Neat. All right.
How about that?
How about that?
Okay, Scarlet Witch first appeared in X-Men, March of 1964. I didn't realize she was that old in the comics.
She looks great for her age.
Sure does.
She do.
So her origins and powers and things have definitely evolved over the years in the comics. So her original power was to alter probability. She had been depicted as a powerful sorceress since the 80s and was later said to be powerful enough to alter reality. So you see some of that in WandaVision, her using the powers there to create her own reality with her hex power. For most of her comic book history, she was portrayed as a mutant, which you may or may not know.
Some of that mutant titty meat.
That's right. There you go. I'll have to find a clip for that. She was a member of fictional subspecies born with an X gene, was Grand Super. So that's what the mutant definition is in the comics. But in 2015, Marvel revised her superhuman traits.
You're going to want to keep them down there.
What's that?
Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
I told Nick he should probably keep that bobblehead down there to keep him ready if that's the deal.
What? In case we need a stand-in or something else. Okay, but anyway, so she was originally a mutant, and one of the storylines was that her and Pietro, her brother, were the children of Magneto, but that has changed origin. So her powers now, as of 2015, are the result of genetic experimentation when she was a child. So her and her brother, or by the High Evolutionary, is like a cosmic villain type person in the Marvel comics. So basically, that's how they gain their power at this point. So they are not categorized as mutants any longer in the comics. Let's see. So sorry, I'm just kind of glancing through this here a little bit here. Her powers have grown over time. Let's just get into her powers a little bit. A lot of things happen with the ever-changing origins of her powers and everything else. So she has chaos magic, so she can manipulate chaos magic, which is so powerful she has been able to generate armies from seemingly nowhere. She has the ability to use her abilities to take away the powers of most mutants with a simple verbal command. So there's a comic book storyline where she says no more mutants or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They don't disappear, but they lose their mutant abilities.
Wow.
Resurrection. She has used her abilities to resurrect the dead. Now you wonder... Now, I haven't seen the finale of WandaVision. Was it the finale last week?
It wasn't. There's one more, right?
This Friday's the finale.
So, still kind of a question mark if she resurrected Vision, how that happened, but we'll get into that separately. Telekinesis. So, she has telekinetic powers, enabling her to levitate objects and to fly herself. She has psychic defenses, so she's able to resist psychic attacks, having notably strong psychic. Other powers. She can short circuit machinery. She is resistant to the Phoenix Force, so the Dark Phoenix, the very powerful mutant. She can withstand her, she's one of the most powerful Marvel heroes. She can control the outcome of various events. She can create reality distorting illusions, which I believe she did in the Avengers movie.
I know watching WandaVision, she's taking care of some events there for me, I tell you. Brian, I masturbated while watching it. That's what I meant by that.
Awesome. Yeah.
Everybody likes a good climax. That's good. That's
yes,
great.
Thank you. Yeah. At least you're doing that to something other than Passion of the Christ for a change.
But it's back to back.
Yeah.
Double feature.
A lot of screaming going on in the room, on the TV. Just a lot going on.
Yep.
A lot of blood and crying. Yeah, it's awful.
Also on the movie. She can create, as I said already, her reality powers stem from chaos magic. She has trained in the actual art of witchcraft under Agatha Harkness, which you might know from the WandaVision show. Her hex powers can give enemies bad luck. She can create blasts of kinetic energy. She has strong telekinesis. We said that already. She could teleport across great distances. She could protect against magic attacks, and she's actually an incredibly skilled physical combatant. She's a skilled tactician. She can shape reality, and she was born with cosmic powers. So, very powerful.
Cosmic titty meat.
That's right. That's right. That's a good one. Another one of her little-known abilities. Absolutely. So, of all the sorcerers and sorceresses in the Marvel universe, she is one of the strongest sorceress in the Marvel universe. So that is Scarlet Witch. Doctor Strange, first minute, he was created by Steve Ditko, another just Marvel icon.
He was a famous Chicago Bears coach, isn't that right, Brian?
No,
I think you're thinking of Mike Ditka.
That's what I think you said. That is what Mike Ditka made Doctor Strange. Yeah. It's very, very interesting. Didn't know that.
Yeah. He made his first appearance in Strange Tales number 110 in 1963, July. He serves as the Sorcerer Supreme. He's the primary protector of the Earth against magical and mystical threats. You saw some of that in the Doctor Strange movie, which is one of Nick's favorites, I know.
It might be. I haven't actually seen it all. So it very well could be. It could be.
It is fantastic, man.
That's a good one. Watch that one.
I fell asleep. That's why I don't know. I haven't seen it.
So his origin, he was a surgeon. He hurt his hands, and he went to get treatment. And he met the Ancient One, who trained him in the trained him to be the Sorcerer Supreme. He has the cloak of levitation, so he can fly. He has the Eye of Agamotto, who's like a mystical eye. You've seen this in the movie, so that has grants him other abilities as well. He can go into astral projection form and just kind of leave his body and kind of float around in like a ghostly type form and stuff. Let's see here. I mentioned a couple of things already. Let's see. Yeah, and then so just some of his advantages over the Scarlet Witch. Now, again, I pull these things off of different sources online, Wikipedia and other things. And again, these are comic book nerds. I trust them. So these were some of the notes that somebody put out there that Doctor Strange, some of his advantages over the Scarlet Witch in somebody's opinion. Doctor Strange has time manipulation. He has more knowledge of magic in general. He's extremely intelligent, not that Scarlet Witch is not. He has full control over his powers. He's studied for, he's the Sorcerer Supreme. So that's, it's hard to say any more than that.
I mean, if you take away the idea that, excuse me, if you take away the idea that Doctor Strange is an actual doctor, before he was a sorcerer, he was a surgeon.
Yep.
And before Wanda was a powerful sorceress, she was a homeless teenager. So, I mean...
Now, are you telling me that you don't believe that Wanda Maximoff, correct, given the opportunity, the fair opportunity in society that maybe Mr. Strange had, or whatever his name is, that she couldn't have been a doctor or surgeon, perhaps herself? We don't know that. She just wasn't given the same lot in life.
But she didn't, so she isn't.
Yep.
Okay. So you're just saying in very basic form, he already has that knowledge.
Right. Brian was saying that, not to say that she's not smart. Yes, she could be smart. She could be street smart. But if you're looking at intelligence, before the sorcerer stuff comes in, he already knows how to fucking cut people's hearts open.
He was a world-renowned surgeon.
And she knows how to pickpicket a cat in an hour.
Well, I was... okay, that checks out. I was trying to get you, but I guess you'll escape being canceled today. That's fine. All right. Okay.
Yep.
Today.
Today. Tomorrow might be different.
You have the most, or probably the two most powerful sorcerers in the Marvel Universe happen to wind up facing off here against one another in this battle. So, any initial thoughts as to who may get any advantage at all between these two powerhouses?
I just want to say before we go through that is I'm not the biggest fan. I know this was a random, in the randomizer or whatever, but not the biggest fan that this happened this early.
Yeah.
I feel that this could have, I wish they would have had a couple fights of them met later, because this seems like a finale type thing to me.
Right.
Both of these characters, you can make a strong argument, had the opportunity to make it all the way to the end.
Correct.
Without a doubt. You're right about that. So yeah, it's just interesting that it wound up in this round. So anyway, having said that, we got to pick a winner. So any initial thoughts?
So I have a question about the astral projection. Is that what it was exactly? So when he leaves his body, and his body's just floating there, but he can go. Now, if his body is there and someone attacks it, is he hurt, or is he the thing that's floating around? Is it, you know what I mean? Like, is his body still accessible to be damaged as he's doing this? I don't know that this has anything to do with what my final decision is going to be, because I haven't reached it yet. But I'm just curious about more of that. Like, what is?
That is a good question. I think when he leaves his body, his astral body is just good for flying around and observing and stuff like that. I don't know that he has any powers in that form. And if they would stumble across his body, I think his body would just be sort of in a meditative state. So I think you might damage his body.
Okay.
I think.
And once again, I don't know this is a fact. Actually, I don't even know this at all. But if
you don't know many facts, period.
That's very true, including this. But I would think that if you're a sorcerer who is going to astro project your body or your soul out into, you would put some sort of protective spell around the physical body.
I think that's what he might do.
Leave him vulnerable. I would think that would happen.
That might be what he does when he's. I don't know for sure.
It has in a magic shell or something.
Something like he would have no reason probably to go into that form in a battle scenario. It's just more for observing and that type of stuff, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But interesting question.
So what I'm focused on, basically, what I feel their biggest strengths are, we have one that can alter reality and one that can alter time. So those are my big, heavy-hitting abilities there for each one of them.
Now, I did look up as well. You could just look up any question you want. But can Scarlet Witch beat Doctor Strange? And someone put up here, As the most powerful known sorcerer in the franchise thus far, Strange might be the only one well-equipped to fight Scarlet Witch in a way that doesn't create more possible chaos in the universe. He has the ability to trap her in a mirror dimension, so the pair can go toe-to-toe without any collateral damage.
That was going to be my argument.
Wow.
He does the whole circle thing. Boom, puts her in another dimension. He wins.
Yeah. And then there's various articles out there, various theories. Some, pick Scarlet Witch, who could beat Doctor Strange, and of a few that somebody, Scarlet Witch is capable.
Mm-hmm.
So again, you can find a lot of things in the comics. I think he did beat her in the comics before, something like that. But again, it's all your interpretation. So Nick, just to throw that in there while you're gathering your thoughts there. So okay. I don't know if that changes your what you're about to say or not, but it's a couple things I want to throw out there.
Okay. No, I was just curious I was just kind of, that's what I was tackling in my head, going back and forth. Their two abilities. So he could potentially trap her in a mirror dimension.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if she can alter his reality in general,
and he helped train her
trick
too.
him in. Oh, did he? Oh, okay.
He helped train her. I didn't mention that earlier too. So there were
pretty important,
all kinds of things. She studied witchcraft under Agatha Harkness, but he also helped train her sorcery abilities. Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. Dean, thoughts?
My thoughts are like we've had what was the other one with Captain America and
Black Panther.
Black Panther. This is one of those really close fights, neck and neck. You're doing magic shit back and forth to each other. Zip zap.
Zip zap zoom.
It's the best way to describe magic.
The comics zip.
Exactly.
Zip zap. Yep.
So with all that, they're going back and forth. I think it's going to be an even fight, but I think, like you just mentioned, he trained her, and the what's the old adage? I taught you everything you know, but I didn't teach you everything I know.
That's a good one.
So, just given in that, I mean, like I said earlier, he could just open one, the portal's right under her, boom, she's going under. And you call that a win. Like I said, in our scenario, they're not killing each other. You just got to beat them to the
render her useless. Yeah,
right. And if you put her in a mirror dimension or any other sort of dimension, hell, you put her in another continent. All right, you win because you're the only one standing in that spot of the fight.
That's a ring out, I believe they call it. Yes, if you spend too long outside of the ring,
referee counts to 10.
You are counted out. That's a count out.
Yeah. Champion's still going to hold on to his belt, but you're done. You lose. So, in my opinion, I'm going with Doctor Strange.
Okay. Well, I actually would have to agree with you here, Dino. I like you said, very even. I was looking at everything there and thinking, well, but that one really got me. The fact that when Brian said, "Oh, I forgot to mention." He helped train her. I'm like, well.
Oh, by the way,
that's pretty.
Do you like that?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty. I'm trying to think of a way for it to turn out differently. It's not that something couldn't happen. And actually, the more I think about it, the more I'd really like to see. Why was there a Captain America versus Iron Man movie when there could have been this? This would have been I want to watch a movie about this.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
That's what's going to be what in theory.
Are they gonna be one?
Saying. Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Doctor Strange 2.
Okay.
You're not allowed to see it until you see Doctor Strange 1, but Doctor Strange 2.
No,
it's the multiverse of madness. It comes out this year, right? End of this year. I think in December.
I can't remember.
Look it up.
We got.
So yeah, I also am going to vote Doctor Strange. I think he would probably take this one.
Yeah, I think this would be a pretty epic battle of magical proportions, I guess, if it's even. But I keep coming back to Doctor Strange is the Sorcerer Supreme. There is only one Sorcerer Supreme. He learned right from the Ancient One who is one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel universe, period. So that's it to me. That there's your edge right there. That all the things that she could do to alter reality, if she could get a spell off that he was not prepared for or something like that, then sure, then she definitely has the ability to defeat him. So he would have to think ahead, know her powers. Again, both people know who they're going to be fighting, so he would be able to prepare for. I know she could do X, Y, and Z, and counteract any spells probably or something like that. So, yeah, I think he's just a little bit too powerful for Scarlet Witch, which again, as we said, is a shame because either one of these characters could have went very far into the battle. I mean, think about a Scarlet Witch versus, one of the more powerful. Would be interesting.
I was kind of hoping she'd win because it would have made the next round here very interesting. Never mind. Vision lost. Never mind.
So she almost would have had.
Yeah, I was thinking Vision won, but yeah, never mind. That would have been interesting to see Vision versus Scarlet Witch. A lot of dynamics that you could go in and out of there.
Yeah,
but
right. Well,
so we're going unanimous again. Yeah, so I think we're going with Doctor Strange as the edge here.
Unanimous decision in favor of Doctor Strange with the win.
Okay, boys, let me go ahead and just explain to you that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, March 25th, 2022.
Okay, yeah.
So a year from now, but. What does this tell you of what they're going to be doing with the MCU going forward? The cast includes Tobey Maguire.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Spider-Man.
Elizabeth Olsen. Right. Andrew Garfield.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Benedict Cumberbatch. Ryan Reynolds.
Ooh, so Deadpool, huh?
Deadpool is being pulled into the MCU.
Yeah.
Let me see. Tom Hiddleston. Sam Raimi.
Tom Hardy.
I don't see Tom Hardy.
Sam Raimi is in the movie?
Yeah, it shows him as an actor.
That's awesome. Now, Sam Raimi made the original Spider-Man movies.
Right.
Yeah.
Also made the original Evil Dead movies. Thank you. Go ahead.
Rachel McAdams. So that'll be fun to look at. That's all I have listed. At least.
I think the Spider-Man also appear in the Spider-Man next movie, right? Don't they make an appearance as well with Doc Ock and Jamie Foxx as Electro and stuff? So they're kind of bringing those movies together, which is pretty cool.
Remember when they were talking? Did you guys see Far From Home?
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
When what was his name? Mysterio. He was explained to him that there was he came to the multiverse.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
And timeline-wise, the Far From Home takes place like 6 months after what's happening in WandaVision now. So whatever's happening with WandaVision could open up the multiverse, and that's where we start this Phase 4 and the multiverse and different people.
I see. So the whole reveal of his identity, and it could be an alternate universe in the last movie or something like that. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay.
Which gives you the idea that you could do anything.
Oh, sure.
Because they already did time travel, right? So now you open multiverses. So easily you could bring back Tony Stark.
Sure.
Right.
You can bring back Captain America. You know what I mean? You can do anything you want. You can play with anything.
There's talks at least for Cap as well. To come back. So
and they just asked Robert Downey Jr. the other day, and he said, "Never say never." That was his answer.
Yes, first was like, yeah, not so sure. And then he goes and makes Dr. Doolittle and just that Iron Man was a pretty good gig.
Dr. Doolittle was dog shit. What an awful movie that was. I went to the theater to see that garbage.
Oh, no. I saw the preview for that. I'm like, oh, boy. He's like, I wish I would have maybe renegotiated that Iron Man.
Yeah. Something. It was awful.
Anyway. Nick, you going to say something?
Oh, I was just going to ask. You said because he said never say never, right?
Mhm.
Robert
Yeah.
Downey Jr. So
Correct.
well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So it leaves it open. Or, I mean, I think he has been known to quote Justin Bieber in the past. So maybe it was just a quote, and that that's all it was.
Yep.
What? Is that are you saying
It's a Justin Bieber song.
Bieber
It's a
song?
Justin Bieber song, an early one. Yes,
Okay.
yes. Yeah.
And as a grown man, well,
I'm Justin
you
Bieber's
forget.
age. Well, he's a little younger. Never mind. He's a little younger.
Okay, but as a grown man in general, you're saying that
Yes.
you know the titles of Justin Bieber songs.
I'm not proud to know that one,
Oh,
but all the
well,
new stuff is very good. Yes.
Oh, I wouldn't be proud to know any of them if I was you, but
Yeah.
to each his own.
You don't know. I mean, I don't think you'd like it anyway, but you don't know.
All right. Well, I'm just
Not-
saying.
Kenny Rogers, then you probably don't like it, but he's
Yeah.
no Kenny Rogers.
You leave the goddamn gambler out of this.
All right, so what's the next bracket round, Nick, from here?
Next, we would be looking at Spider-Man versus Wolverine.
Okay, very
Coming
good.
in hot. Yep.
That's a tough one. I have a comic years ago in my attic right now. It's a
Were they
battle.
fought?
Yes, very good,
Huh.
very interesting. Yep.
And it wasn't one-sided, really quick.
Spider-Man is one of the fastest and beings in the Marvel universe.
I
One of the
agree,
hardest to lay a
but-
hand on. So almost impossible. So yeah, you could think about all that stuff too.
It's also got that Spidey
you
sense.
You also don't, like we said, you don't have to kill him.
Mhm.
You just have to incapacitate him.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. All right, so we talked about questions, and we teased that a little bit here. So why don't we pause for a second? We'll come back and answer a couple of questions that we received, and then we'll wrap up this one and go from there tonight. How about that, guys? Is that good?
Sounds
We'll be
good.
back right after this commercial break.
Bye-bye. Think fast. 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to Convincing Idiots. That last spot, that voice was so soothing.
It was.
Just made me feel very calm and relaxed. So, yeah.
I feel like a better person just listening to that spot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're not,
Absolutely.
but it's good that you feel that
Mhm.
way. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's all I
From our-
have.
good.
That's all I
It's
have
good.
at this point.
From our friends at Anchor that we use to put this podcast out there for free. So check it out. Download the app for free and, create something, get it out there. Very simple and easy. Anchor. So,
Free is
gentlemen, go
actually
ahead.
today's secret word.
Where's the
Sorry.
balloons? I forgot to load those up.
Oh, no. Not these ones. These are my
I don't have it
everyday
here.
balloons. Don't worry about those.
Mhm.
You know what?
yes, go ahead.
We put out the other day, or
Mhm.
actually I think it might have been today. It depends on when you're listening to this.
The other
But-
day could have been a couple hours ago.
Right.
Who's
Mm.
counting a little bit? Yeah.
But we put out a post asking people to send in questions. Do it a little Q&A session right here. Where you could ask us through our email, which is at convincing, or not at, right? It's email, so it's not fucking at. Convincing Idiots.
And now's the at part. Now's the at. You do the at now.
At gmail.com.
There you
At
go.
gmail.com.
Yep.
At gspot.com. Or you could have commented on the post or on Instagram. You can do it you could ask us questions anywhere. If you see us in the grocery store, tap us on the goddamn shoulder and ask us a question. We'll answer.
Please don't touch me in public. I don't like that.
We know that is so not true. I know what you did behind that dumpster. Filthy, filthy boy.
I was doing the touching.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't
Well,
being
That's
touched.
better. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. That makes it better.
There's rules.
So, but we did get a couple questions, right, Brian?
We did actually. So someone was nice enough to ask if we mentioned this earlier, but let's ask it. Are you planning any appearances?
Very topical. We've kind of tossed that around. I think we even talked about it off the top of the show there.
Yes, and this is from Eric, by the way. So thank you, Eric. So we don't have any formal appearances. Now, we did talk about, Dean, a good friend of yours, owns a local brewery in Barberton, Ignite Brewing Company.
Ignite
which is very
Brewery.
good. Very good, by the way. If you're in the Akron area, Barberton area, go check them out. We may do something there eventually, but we're going to kind of start out as we'll do a Facebook Live episode, and we'll work out the dates here. We're thinking tentatively in a couple of weeks from Friday, but we'll keep you
Working
guys
out the
posted on our
kinks.
page. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Do like a little house party, all get together, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
that way we can be together at least and have a little
I'm-
virtual house party there.
I'm showing
Sure.
my titty meat.
That's right. Tune in for that. Tune in for that. So if you're listening or watching now, you may watch anyway, but we hope to pick up a couple people that maybe haven't seen us before. So we'll put it out there, and if you think you have a friend that's interested in, you've mentioned us before, you had to listen, and you just can't because they're so fucking unmotivated, they won't do anything. So maybe they'll watch Facebook or something and check us out there. So stay
Maybe
tuned for that.
Responsibly get together with your friends, small. Maybe
That's right.
One of the person you feel safe with. You have your own little house party, and we'll have
I like
our
that.
house party, and we'll be all in one virtual house party together,
Mhm.
mingling
Either way,
in different
tell-
rooms and shit.
Either
Yes.
way, tell your fucking garbage piece of shit friends to listen to Convincing Idiots and watch
That's right.
us.
That's right.
And
They don't do
subscribe
anything
and
else with
like.
their goddamn lives.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. We also got another email from Dolores, interesting question. Has anyone seen anyone nude on the show?
On the show? Like,
Yeah, so
have I
the
seen
three of
you
us
guys
has
on the
Oh,
show?
you mean
Has-
like when
has-
I get naked like this? Oh.
has anybody, so have you seen Dean nude or vice versa? I know I've not seen either one of you nude. So that
Well,
that.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for that, Brian. We'll
Yeah.
try to
Mhm.
maybe at the house party we'll try to rectify that.
We'll see how that works.
Ask
I
again in a
have,
couple weeks.
along with a lot of other
We're
people,
going to see some titty at meat.
Maybe.
Titty at meat might be my favorite word ever now. Sorry. Go ahead.
I, along with many others within the northeastern Ohio region,
Mhm.
have seen Dean's testicles as he has
yeah.
taken our phones, taken a picture of his nutsack on them,
Mhm.
and then either saved them in the camera roll or in some cases as the home screen. I know
Yep.
there's been multiple
Christmas parties.
multiple
I go to
victims at
Christmas
work
parties, actually.
as well
Yeah.
that we work with. Dean and I work together. So there's been some people at our work victimized by these crimes as well.
Hold on. The trophy.
Oh, yes.
The trophy.
Fun story. We had go ahead, Dean. Go ahead. You tell the story.
Well,
It was your masterful work. There you go.
we
You tell it.
have Nick and I's day job. We used to have a fantasy football league, and when we would draft, we'd all get together and we would draft together. But we also we built a trophy, a makeshift trophy.
It was
for
a
the
real.
winner.
We wanted it because we work in like a warehouse environment, so we really wanted to scrap together just a hunk of shit trophy that was made up of all. It was a funnel was the top of, it was like a cup because there was the bottom. The base was a funnel. It was a roll of thick industrial cardboard tube in the center, and then a freight carrier of ours would bring in these little mini footballs, and we had an old dusty one laying around, and we hot glued that to the top of it. I mean, just this plastic cardboard little mini football hunk of shit. It looked really tacky, and
every year
Very
the trophy would go to the winner, who would get to put it in their either cubicle or their workspace, wherever you worked.
Stanley Cup style. Whoever wins it gets it. Same trophy. It goes to everybody.
Yep. And it was there at the draft. So I have a affinity for taking a picture of my testicles on people's phones without them knowing. But this time I thought it would be funny to go out to the trophy with nobody was looking, put my testicles on top of the trophy and take a picture of that. And I did. And then as everybody's sitting around and everybody's, drafting and stuff, I sent the picture to everybody.
Mass text.
But it was Gary's wife.
Oh, Brenda, yeah.
She freaked out because she had just had the trophy in her hands, and she realized that my nuts were on it.
That's right. I forgot about that.
And she freaked out.
She was she was not happy. She went to properly wash and sanitize immediately. This is far before COVID, folks. She was
right
on it, yeah. She just had one look at you, and though, like, wherever your testicles had been, she did not want to touch anything that was on them now. Yep.
So yeah. Nick has seen my testicles, so yeah.
Yes. Yep.
And no, I have yet to see, and I say yet because, fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm.
I have yet to see you two naked.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is odd because as much as like Nick and I have golfed and we've pissed outside and stuff, you'd think you get a glimpse, a little sneak peek, but no, nothing.
Regardless of you hanging from tree limbs and trying to hover over me, trying to shield you,
hiding bushes,
It's like I don't know about you. I've had some friends for 30 plus years, growing up, and it's like there's not a lot of variation either. It's like you got that friend. It's like, yes, I have definitely seen this guy a couple times for just stupid stuff and whatever, and there's others that no, not even anywhere close to any of that. Yeah.
Well, me and a buddy were walking home from bar one night, drunk as a skunk and pouring down rain. So we're both soaking wet clothing, and we get home and he sits. He kind of I'm leaning on him. He sits me on the stairs and goes upstairs to was now my ex-wife and says, I brought Dean home. What do you want to do with him? And he goes, whatever, just bring him up here. So he comes down, and he's half in the bag. I'm fully in the bag. He comes down, picks me up, puts me up on his shoulder, and takes me upstairs and throws me in bed. That's when he realized between him laying me on the stairs and going up to talk to her, I'd got completely naked. And he didn't realize that I was naked as he was carrying me upstairs. And, yeah.
It's quite a feat.
I used to enjoy getting naked in public around people when I would drink or,
That was a stipulation of this show. That was like one of our first agreements.
That we're going to get naked?
No, that you had to not
carry each other upstairs.
Yeah, I signed a contract. I'm not allowed to get naked on the show.
Right.
But as soon as these cameras stop rolling, you bet your bottom dollar. That's right.
Yep. So that's the couple emails that we had. So,
well, thank you for those. I appreciate them.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Go
ahead.
Well, I was just going to tell them if anybody else has any questions.
Yes.
Find us on Facebook, Instagram. Just the same as what Nick is about to tell you.
I'm kind of stepping on my thing, but yeah, that's what. Sorry. Yeah.
All right, then I'll say this: everything that Nick's about to say, get a hold of us that way and ask us a question for future Q&As.
Yeah, don't be bashful. We will respond to you, or at least
we will
answer your questions on here or whatever.
Anything.
Clearly,
if you want to know boxer briefs, or if you have a problem in your life that you need these three idiots to help you solve, ask us a question. We will help.
Yeah. It may not be the best help you could receive always.
Oh, no. Might be
but we will help. We will help. We will try.
Yeah. We'll give it our shot. We'll give it a shot.
We care. Yes. So, once again, if you would like to contact us on anything, search us up on Facebook or YouTube. Search up Convincing Idiots. Comment. Do whatever you like there. Please like and subscribe to all that good stuff. We're also on Instagram at convincing_idiots. At Twitter at Convincing Idiot, singular, and on TikTok at Convincing Idiots. Also, the email line is open. As we know, we got some questions there today. That's at convincingidiots@gmail.com. Also, we're available wherever you like to listen to podcasts. You can ask your home assistant device whenever you like to please play the Convincing Idiots podcast. And they'll serve that shit right up for you. Now, you can't ask questions to us on those, though, so don't try that. But any of those other social media platforms, anything under the sun, you let us know. We'll get back to you.
And if you see Nick in the grocery store, hug him. Ask him a question. Hold him.
I actually, I joke, but if someone hugged me, I'd be like, oh, that's nice. Maybe not right now. Not a stranger. I don't really want a stranger on me right now. But in general, people should hug more. Again, when this is all over. But yeah, I'd embrace a hug. Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. So,
Very nice.
gentlemen, it's been another great episode. I think we've dealt with some real hard-hitting superhero situations here today. I feel like we've talked a lot about Dean getting naked, and that's good to know.
Hey, I talked about my balls. I'm good.
That's right. We've all talked about your balls, so that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, this week, I am Nick.
I'm Dean.
I'm Brian.
Have we convinced you to give a stranger a hug today?